So, dear friends, today we are going to discuss pollution of lakes, particularly pollution of Dal, Valur, and Manasbal Lake. These are those lakes which are generally present in our Kashmir. Dal Lake located in Srinagar, Valur Lake located in Baramulla district, and Manasbal Lake located in district Gandarbal. Simply, we say कि I generalize the pollution of lakes. So the change caused in the chemical, physical, or biological properties of lake water that has the capacity to harm the living organisms which are living in these, we can say, lakes. So the contamination of these lake water is called as pollution of lakes. It may be pollution of Dal, it may be pollution of Valur, it may be pollution of Manasbal lakes. Any one of these, when you found that it is water, it has been contaminated, there is generally that the physical, chemical, or we can say biological properties have been changed, and so you can say that we can say the lake has been polluted. The general sources for all these Dal, Valur, or Manasbal lakes are sewage. Sewage is the raw material that has we can say effluent that can be discharged from our households, from factories, from agricultural lands. Households, you have so many amount, we can say, sewage material that has been disposed in the form of, we can say, soap, detergent, effluents. Similarly, we have so much amount of sewage discharged from factories. Even agricultural lands can contain fertilizers, insects, pesticides, everything that has been discharged and entered into the, we can say, lakes. Another we can say source is dumping. You can dump waste material like non-biodegradable polythene plastics in anywhere, but due to rain or due to some other, we can say, agents, they are generally transmitted and we can say easily entered into the lake water. Similarly, we have acid rain, that is simply a rain containing acids, nitric acid, sulfuric acid can also be added in our lakes. Another waste product is industrial wastes. That material that has been effluented, that has been discharged from different industries, can also find its way into direct into our lakes. Similarly, another way is the leakage of oils. So many oils that can be leaked from any source and they find its way into the lakes and make a huge problem in our lakes. Similarly, the general consequences of, we can say, this uh, pollution of lakes. First of all, that is diseases. There are so many types of diseases that can be caused by pollution of lakes, maybe hepatitis, cholera, typhoid, and even also our aquatic whole culture has been, ecosystem has been destroyed. That is another way is the eutrophication, growth of algae and fungi that can be grown much higher rate than than without the pollution, because the presence of so much we can say decomposing materials and also availability of nutrients that can grow algae and fungi in a rapid manner, or we can say in a rapid way. Another problem is our lacks is the destruction of ecosystem, so that is called as ecosystem destruction. The whole ecosystem in the lacks, that can be in the form of animals, plants, or aquatic life, can be easily destroyed, can be easily destructed by the lake pollution. Similarly, the food chain in the present in the lake can also be destroyed, can also be interrupted by the presence of the pollution. So in order to make the whole pollution, it can be water pollution, lake pollution, soil pollution, or we can say air pollution, can be controlled by using so many preventive measures. But another a good technique is also there, that is called as green chemistry. What actually green chemistry means, the producing the, it is simply the phenomenon of producing the chemicals of our daily needs using using जो हम डेली लाइफ में कुछ केमिकल्स यूज़ करते हैं, सच एज सच रिएक्शंस एंड केमिकल प्रोसेसेस विच नीदर यूज़ टॉक्सिक केमिकल्स. ऐसे केमिकल्स हम जो इस्तेमाल करेंगे, ना तो वो टॉक्सिक केमिकल इस्तेमाल करें, नॉर emit such chemicals into the atmosphere. हम reactions तो इस्तेमाल करते हैं, हम बहुत सारे प्रोसेस तो इस्तेमाल करेंगे, लेकिन उसमें ना कोई टॉक्सिक केमिकल इस्तेमाल होगा, ना कोई टॉक्सिक केमिकल emit होगा. So green chemistry does not employ toxic reagents or solvents and severe conditions, but use mild and environmental eco-friendly reagents such as sunlight, very eco-friendly for environment, microwaves, your sound waves and enzymes. These are those we can say agents, those we can say reagents that are eco-friendly and are we can say eco-friendly with the air, atmosphere, we can say water or your lakes, with even human beings they are generally eco-friendly. So this is the another best technique presently used called as green chemistry. Hope you understand today's lecture.